The Mire Stalker, a Louisiana curse. The Mire Stalker, a Louisiana curse. The swamps of Louisiana are a world unto themselves. Tangled cypress knees piercing the water, air thick with humidity, and a chorus of bugs that never quiets. In St. Martin Parish, folks lived by the bayou's rhythms, fishing its murky depths and steering clear of the deeper bogs where the light didn't reach. They spoke of the Mire Stalker in low tones, a gangly thing with stilts for legs and a head like a rotting pumpkin, oozing black sap, that mimicked the voices of lost loved ones to draw you in. It was a tale to keep wanderers safe, they said. Remy Boudreau didn't listen. Remy was 52, a Cajun fisherman with a weathered face and a boat patched more times than he could count. He'd fished the Atchafalaya Basin since he was a boy, hauling catfish and shrugging off ghost stories. His wife, Elise, had passed 5 years back. Cancer took her quick, and he'd buried her grief in the swamp's solitude. On April 10th, 2021, with a full moon casting silver over the water, Remy set out late, chasing a tip about a big haul near Black Mire, a bog even old-timers avoided. "Ain't no stalkers out there," he muttered, poling his skiff through the reeds. "Just fish and fools." The night was muggy, the swamp alive with croaks and splashes when Remy reached the mire, a stagnant pool ringed by cypress draped in Spanish moss. He cast his net, the water swallowing it with a plop, and settled back with a cigarette. Then he heard it. A voice, soft and familiar, drifting from the reeds. "Remy, chair, help me." It was Elise, her lilting accent unmistakable, pleading like she had on her sickbed. His cigarette fell, sizzling in the boat. "Elise?" he whispered, heart hammering. "Remy, I'm lost. Come find me." The voice called again, fainter, pulling toward the trees. He grabbed his paddle, steering toward the sound, logic drowned by longing. "Hold on, bebe, I'm coming," he shouted, the skiff cutting through lily pads. The voice grew clearer, desperate. "Remy here, please." He didn't notice the water turning still, the bugs falling silent, until his boat nudged a cypress root, and the Mire Stalker rose from the bog. It towered over him, legs like twisted stilts lifting it 10 feet high, body a spindly frame of bark and vine. Its head was a rotting pumpkin, sagging and split, black sap dripping from hollow eyes and a jagged maw. It leaned close and Elise's voice poured out, "Remy, find me." But now it was warped, wet, a mockery laced with a low, chittering laugh. Remy froze, the truth sinking in. "You ain't her," he rasped, shoving the paddle at it. The stalker swatted it aside, sap splattering the boat, and lunged. Its stilts stabbed the water, pinning the skiff as its head split wider, sap oozing onto Remy's arms, burning like acid. He swung a machete from the boat's bottom, hacking at a leg. It splintered, but the creature didn't falter, crooning, "Remy, chair," in Elise's voice. He kicked free, diving into the mire, swimming blind through muck and roots. The stalker pursued, its legs stabbing the swamp floor, voice echoing, "Help me," lost. He clawed onto a bank, gasping, and ran, the calls fading as dawn broke gray over the trees. Remy staggered home, sap-scarred and wild-eyed, his boat lost to the mire. He told the story to his cousin Pierre, who searched Black Mire days later. The skiff was there, half sunk, with one of Remy's boots stuck in congealed sap. No tracks, no body, just a faint laugh on the wind. Remy never fished again, locking himself in his trailer, flinching at every voice in the dark. The scars on his arms stayed, black and raw, a mark of the stalker's touch. In St. Martin Parish, the swamp keeps its secrets. Fishermen steer clear of Black Mire now, but on moonlit nights they hear it. Loved ones calling from the reeds, voices too real to ignore. The Mire Stalker waits, its pumpkin head tilting in the gloom, dripping sap and spinning lies, hungry for the next soul to answer its song.